Hi, I'm Mac McCarthy, and I help people with their breakups. And today, actually, I have an email from a past client who sent in a story that was made into a video, and I think we've had a couple emails in between. You know, I'm up to over 200 videos here, and I would say I don't have a number on it. I'd say I'm well over 200 stories because I don't put every story in a video. So I'm 200 stories deep on breakups, right? So I do remember the names. I don't remember the exact stories all the time. And this particular one, I was looking back over my notes to see it, and I must have not saved it because after a certain point, so it must have been from over a month ago. I don't save your stories. I make the videos and move on, unless it's something where we're in a coaching situation. Then I maybe keep a file and we go back and forth, and I need that material to talk to you further. So if you have a breakup story and you'd like to share it with me on writemac.com, my channel's Coach Mac McCarthy, but visit writemac.com and send your story in and get my take in a video, or book a live coaching session to get some clarity and build a strategic plan moving forward to redirect your mindset. Big problem for people is their mindset's on getting their ex back. Their mindset's not on getting themselves back. All right, so this is actually not a story. This is a follow-up email. And this guy's telling me he's doing really well. He's 7 months no contact. Can you imagine? And he's just starting to wonder. He's going, is she ever going to come back? It's still bothering me. I'm doing well, but... So I'll read the email. I think he asked me to do a video on this. And if you send me something like this that's a good topic, excuse me. If you send me something like this that's a good topic, I'm more than happy to make a video and share it with everyone. So let's get into this. Hey, Coach, we emailed a few times in between, that's right. And I sent my story a couple months back, so it was a couple months ago. I've made tremendous improvements to my life, and definitely in a better way this year than I was last year. Well, congratulations. I hope I helped you with that. My ex recently started dating someone back in September when I started no contact, and I got word from my friend that she deleted all the pictures they had. So you've been doing a little detective work, Sherlock, huh? Although I have been working on myself, curiosity creeps in, and I still wish she was in my life. Well, the more curiosity, I guess, does creep in, but when you get to 7 months, you shouldn't be fishing around. I don't think you should be okay with things. I forgot how long you guys were together, but it's not a bad thing. You can't control curiosity creeping in, so I'm not going to say you did anything bad, and kudos and bravo to you for going 7 months. That's tough. I've been in no contact for 7 months and thinking I'll never hear from her again. Well, that's a dramatic statement that's not going to serve you. Who knows? Never, such a strong word. Forever and never. It really gets deep when you start doing that. So I've been in no contact for 7 months. I'm thinking I'll never hear from her again, or if she even loved or cared about me. Please don't get caught up in that. Most likely she loved and cared about you for a moment, and in that time she did. If she was with you, I apologize. I forgot the complete story with your case. But when you start getting into that, that's deep. That's deep, and it's going to take you down a rabbit hole that's not going to serve you or help you. Can you do a video on the uncertainty of not knowing if you'll hear from your ex again? I'm also kind of afraid to commit to someone new because I still hold resentment from our past relationship. Well, what's the resentment you hold? Get in touch with that and work with that. And why do you feel that resentment? And is it fair? So I wrote out a list with numbers, a couple numbers and a couple things about this. Number one, what is your resentment? So in your particular case, the problem is you have some resentment. You're still pissed off about some things that you haven't forgave her for or forgave yourself for. What have you done that you could not have done now that you're single? So a lot of times people, I got to do everything I wanted. But when you become single, things open up. You have more time on your hands. You're able to do some things that your ex didn't allow you to do, didn't want you to do, didn't accept, or didn't look fondly upon. And within those 7 months, you should have found something like, I've been able to go fishing more with my buddies, or I spent more time with my mom and dad. I don't know. But there should be some kind of positive or silver lining that you can find that you weren't able to do when you were with her or him. Number 3, at 7 months, You haven't gotten upset at all about things. So I have a video about when I started to really move on. It was, I don't know, 4 or 5 or 6 months into the no contact, and I was still feeling needy, hopeful or wishful sometimes. And I found an email, or I found some evidence that she was seeing someone else, and that was it for me. And I got a bit angry, and I got a little upset. And at that point, there was no more looking back. And at what point are you say that she never loved or cared about you. Do you feel like bad about that, or do you feel angry about that? Sometimes someone needs to get a little bit upset to move forward. You don't need to carry anger. You just got to go, I'm sick of this. I'm sick of feeling this way. I'm stronger than this. And it's got to motivate you to move forward. I'll give you another example. When I was out of a breakup once, whatever your final month or 2 months where you had some conversations and some things were said. And I remember my ex telling me that she told her mother that the mother was like, oh, Mac's a hard worker. She goes, no, he's lazy. And I went, what? You told your mom I was lazy? And at the time, she was probably right. I was lazy in some ways, and I used that as fucking motivation. I remember 2 weeks later, I started jogging. I was going to the gym. I already went to the gym and played basketball and did some other things, but I took it to a new level. And in my head, I'm like, I'm not lazy. I'm like, for you, I'm not going to be affected. If she didn't love or care about me, that's fine. I'm moving forward. If you can get in that mindset somehow, that's a strong place to be. Would you be able to take her back now that she's been with someone else? I just made a video with someone else's situation. She was actually with someone else. Are you going to be okay with that? You've seen pictures of the guy on Facebook with her. If you got back with her and you guys got in a small argument, would you be like, oh, what about this guy you got with in between us? What's the story with him? Would you be asking questions? I think it's difficult as a guy to get back with your girlfriend within 7 months and she was with someone in between, and if you can accept that. So I wrote on so I don't lose anything. So those are some questions that you would have to ask right now. Besides the fact of getting caught, is she ever going to come back? Do you want her back? Can you find a better match? In these 7 months, have you made some improvements that you didn't make, that you wouldn't have made had you not been broken up for 7 months? It's, when you get in a breakup, it's a fucking wake up smack in the face. Hey, something's not right here. You don't need to commit to anyone right now. So he wrote at the end, I'm also kind of afraid to commit to someone. That's fine. Don't commit to anyone. And he wrote the word need. Need is not a good word. You should be open to new experiences and opportunities. Go on dates with no expectations. Go out to have fun. And if the date fails and the date you go, oh, she's not the one, or she's not very good. I don't like to use the one, but you're comparing her to your ex. Go on them anyways. Have bad dates. But have some experiences. Get out there, because if you have 10 dates, you have 20 dates, you're more likely to meet someone that clicks. It takes time. This is what I'm coming across a lot. Someone goes, oh, I haven't met that one yet. Well, it's been a month. It's been 2 months. Well, it's been 7 months, right? You haven't found well, you're a picky person and you're looking for the right one. And it's not the movies. You don't just break up with someone and find someone like Forgetting Sarah Marshall, where the girl is a beautiful girl at the counter of a hotel in Hawaii and she just happens to be single and interested in you. That just doesn't happen that often. It takes time. And 7 months, you're just starting to turn the corner and get your confidence up probably. Don't look for a partner right now. You are still healing. Look to have pockets of fun and moments of that was cool. What I mean by have a moment where that was cool. Just going out with my buddy to the ball game. That's a moment. That's a pocket of fun. Everyone thinks oh, how can when you're in a new relationship, when you're in the best part of your relationship, it feels like every moment's so great. But real life, once you get out of that honeymoon phase, it's pockets of fun. It's moments of fun. And then you got some downtime. And appreciate those times and create any experience out there. So start building a compelling future outside of that relationship, or even getting a new one. So, how can you thinking about this past relationship is not serving you because you have no control over that. But start building a compelling future. Put together a plan of something you've always wanted to do. Research it, plan it, then take action steps to go for it. This is not to find a new woman. This is something exciting, cool, and that you've been thinking about for a while. This will excite you about the future and take your mind off her coming back. Also consider moving. So when I was going through my bad breakup, and I was in no contact for months, all of a sudden I said, I've always wanted to live by the beach in a tropical area. And I lived in San Diego for years. I love living by the beach, and then I was like, why not? Can I do that? I've always wanted to be a teacher. All right. So I clicked those together, and I looked at teaching abroad plans in Korea and Japan, and then I found Thailand, and I went, oh shit, I can teach abroad, live near the beautiful beach, and it just kind of came together. And then I started researching it, and then I planned it. Then I went to a program that was a 1.5 month program to teach English as a foreign language. Of course, I already had my college degree in hand from a long time ago. And it provided me, wait a minute, this is a compelling future that I'm excited about. Was it long term? Was it a career? Was I going to get rich from it? No. Was I excited as hell about it? Yeah. And I went online, and for about a month, I looked at the beaches in Thailand. I looked at where to live. I looked at the cost of living. I looked at what teachers made. And I just went, oh shit, I got something new to look forward to that's outside of this relationship. Now, I'm not saying that that's going to be your thing, but find something else. And also, if you have nothing around you right now, consider moving out of your area for 6 months or a year, or going on a backpacking trip. Make a move. If you're in one place and you're still thinking about your ex, I'm not sure I've shared this with everyone before, but about a year and a half ago, my grandfather passed away. And the hometown that I'm from, that I haven't been back to in a long time, in the Bay Area outside of San Francisco, I went back and I was going for a run. I was staying at a friend's house, and I was going for a run in the same area I used to live in when I was going through my breakup. And it was really eerie that I started getting back these feelings of what I felt like when I was in the breakup, because I associated this path I used to jog on with the feelings that when I broke up. So what I'm telling you is, sometimes living in the same area and having restaurants and streets and places you used to go with your ex, you associate them with those things, and it can make you sad sometimes, and it can bring you down. And when you go somewhere new on vacation, or you spend some time somewhere new, you erase a lot of that underlying familiarity, if you will. And the human mind looks for familiarity. It likes safety. And so it goes back to those moments where I'm like, oh shit, I'm turning the corner, I'm going near the San Mateo Bridge, and I'm looking at this, and it's bringing back all these emotions. And once I moved and got into a new area, I didn't feel a lot of that. So consider that. That's not running away. If you have a really good job and you can't do that, go on a vacation. Or like I said, plan a compelling future that's outside of your relationship, and it'll get you away from, is she going to come back? And if she ever is going to come back, those words are highly dramatic. Live in the moment. Get in the present. And what is forever? Not much. And even if you stayed together, would you be together forever? Probably not. Probably not. Not by the way the odds go these days. So I hope that helps you. I hope that answers your question. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thanks for sending a good question. Please visit writemac.com if you got a question, or if you'd like to send your breakup story and get my take on a YouTube video, or book a live coaching session with me. Thank you.